Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. This week, we've been watching protests gather across the country, large and small, planned and impromptu. We saw a massive crowd march through Chicago this week. We covered it live on the air here against the escalating lawlessness there by masked federal agents. Tonight, there was a growing crowd in New York to protest the indictment of State Attorney General Letitia James on direct orders from Donald Trump. More and bigger protests are coming because millions of Americans are appalled with the direction the country is going in, and they refuse to be silenced as their communities are being torn apart. And that explains the incredibly dishonest and downright dangerous new talking point being pushed by MAGA. Republicans on Capitol Hill are claiming that peaceful protesters are part of a terrorist network hell-bent on destroying America, and that Democrats shut down the government Republicans control, to do the bidding of these evil, violent leftists. This was House Speaker Mike Johnson on Fox.
The theory we have right now, they have a Hate America rally that's scheduled for October 18th on the National Mall. It's all the pro-Hamas wing and the Antifa people. They're all coming out. Some of the House Democrats are selling T-shirts for the event, and it's being told to us that they won't be able to reopen the government until after that rally.
The pro-Hamas wing, the Antifa people. Here was Republican Senator Roger Marshall at almost the exact same time on Newsmax.
October 18th is when the protest gets here. This will be a Soros-paid-for protest where his professional protesters show up, the agitators show up. We'll have to get the National Guard out. Hopefully it'll be peaceful. I doubt it.
You doubt it? The National Guard's going to come out? A Soros-paid-for protest. I doubt it will be peaceful. By mid-morning, Republican leaders were pushing these lies out to the national media.
And as the speaker pointed out this morning, one of the other things that's being reported now is that one of the dates that looks like they're holding the government hostage over is the 18th of the month, where they're having this Hate America rally in Washington. And Democrats want to keep the government shut down to show all of those people that are going to come here and express their hatred towards this country that they're fighting President Trump.
This is about one thing and one thing only: to score political points with the terrorist wing of their party, which is set to hold, as Leader Scalise just commented on, a Hate America rally in D.C. next week.
I mean, really, guys? Really? The terrorist wing of the party? A Hate America rally? There is a very large peaceful protest that is planned for October 18th. By the way, I don't think the Democrats have any relationship to whether they're holding the government hostage over it. It's completely one has nothing to do with the other. That protest is not going to just be in Washington, but it's going to be in thousands of communities across the country. Now, I'm going to tell you something. It's not called a Hate America protest. They couldn't actually say the name of the protest because it would be so obviously American in its name. It is the No Kings protest. No Kings being a value, I think, that unites all of us as Americans. Republicans are trying to paint this as some kind of reverse January 6th plot by leftist terrorists. But it's a lie. It's a despicable lie, honestly, and a dangerous one, because there was already a No Kings protest earlier this year. Remember? We both lived through it. It's not that long ago. You might have even been there if you're listening to this right now. I covered it live at this desk, along with the other estimated 5 million Americans who were there of every background and age, and they marched and they danced and they sang and they carried signs, some of them snarky, some of them quite funny, all across the country, in more than 2,000 cities and towns. It was held on June 14th, Flag Day. It even outdrew Donald Trump's birthday parade of army tanks that same day. Remember that? So, when all those MAGA Republicans went out in advance of the protest to try to criminalize protected political activity, the organizers of the upcoming No Kings rally responded, quote, "After a few moments of laughter, the No Kings coalition issued the following statement. Speaker Johnson is running out of excuses for keeping the government shut down. Instead of reopening the government, preserving affordable health care, or lowering costs for working families, he's attacking millions of Americans who are peacefully coming together to say that America belongs to its people, not to kings. We'll see everyone on October 18th. The group reaffirmed its commitment to nonviolence and said its organizers were trained in de-escalation. Republicans, led by the Speaker of the House, are telling the public that a peaceful demonstration on the National Mall. Again, we already had one, right? This isn't just a thought experiment. We had a big one in June. They're planning another one. That this will actually be a gathering of organizations the administration has formally designated in an executive order as violent terrorists. And again, it's preposterous and comical at one level, but again, this is incendiary and incredibly dangerous. But that's the point. They understand these protests are powerful. They are trying to intimidate people from turning out with lies and conspiracy theories. Just as officials like Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem have churned out government propaganda videos and media interviews where, again, they're trying to pull off this like lame Jedi mind trick where they just like tell us that we're not seeing what we're seeing. This totally alternate reality, totally untethered to delude people into believing cities like Portland and Chicago are war-torn hellholes. When even Noem is being met, oh, there they are. Oh my God, there they are. The guy in the chicken suit. Polite crowd of protesters, some people in frogs and capybara costumes, and unicorns. That's what's going on. Of course, there are protests around the world and around the country. In Portland, Chicago, we're seeing regular people standing up for their neighbors. We're seeing people protest in the face of more footage of escalating abuses. Again, that is the precipitating incident in all this, right? Abuses by masked federal agents acting on Trump's orders.
What's your name?
Debbie Browning-Brockman. I work for WGN. Please let them know.
I got you. Yep. Debbie Browning? Brockman, WGN. You guys want to share your names too, or you're just going to cover your face?
Now, that woman there is Debbie Brockman. She is an employee of WGN TV in Chicago, the network. She's being forced to the ground and cuffed by not one, not two, but three agents. DHS says they arrested her today for allegedly assaulting a federal agent, that she was throwing things at them while she was out reporting. WGN says she was not charged with any crimes and was released, so we're going to let you decide whether DHS's official statement about her arrest was truthful. Despite the dangers, bystanders documented her initial arrest and confronted the agents without impeding them or escalating.
A little out of breath today, huh, fellas?
Super good at your jobs, aren't you? Super f***ing good at your jobs. Take the mask down. Mask down. Oh, you guys get that?
This exact dynamic in the face of government force is spreading everywhere. Ask Kevin Stitt, that's the Republican governor of Oklahoma, who happens to be the chair of the National Governors Association, who, to his real credit, blasted Trump's attempted deployment of Texas National Guard soldiers.
New York. As the federal government hurdles toward a midnight shutdown, furloughing 2 million workers and halting services from parks to inspections, peaceful protests are surging across America against President Donald Trump's escalating authoritarian tactics. From Chicago's massive marches to impromptu gatherings in New York, millions are mobilizing for the October 18th No Kings rallies in over 2,000 communities, demanding an end to what organizers call the erosion of democratic norms. The coalition, spanning veterans, families, and activists, reaffirms nonviolence and de-escalation training, responding to GOP fearmonger with defiance. America belongs to its people, not to kings. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Republican leader John Thune have weaponized the demonstrations to justify the shutdown, falsely claiming Democrats are holding funding hostage until after the Hate America rally. Johnson on Fox alleged a pro-Hamas wing and Antifa plot, with House Democrats selling T-shirts for the event. Senator Roger Marshall on Newsmax echoed, "A Soros-paid protest? We'll have to get the National Guard out. I doubt it'll be peaceful." Representative Steve Scalise labeled it the terrorist wing of their party, while Fox hosts tied it to shutdown demands, insisting Democrats aim to score political points with violent leftists. The smears ignore the rally's patriotic core, echoing Flag Day's June turnout of 5 million, outdrawing Trump's tank parade, and coincide with documented federal abuses. In Chicago, WGN reporter Debbie Browning-Brockman was tackled and cuffed by 3 masked agents on October 8th while covering protests. DHS claimed assault, but she was released uncharged. Bystanders filmed the confrontation, demanding names as agents covered faces. The incident follows ICE's October 2nd South Side raid, zip-tying children and detaining citizens in a Kavanaugh stop sweep greenlit by the Supreme Court's 6-3 stay on profiling bans. GOP hypocrisy peaks with shutdown brinkmanship. Johnson keeps Republicans off Capitol Hill until Democrats pass a clean 7-week funding bill, dodging Hakeem Jeffries' call to extend ACA subsidies expiring this year, potentially hiking premiums 75% for $21 million. Jeffries accused the White House of radio silence to deny health care, vowing no concessions to deepfakes, threats, and lies. Chuck Schumer lamented, "Johnson's not even here." They refused to negotiate. A shutdown would cost $6 billion daily, echoing 2018-19's 35-day chaos. Protests stem from Trump's retribution wave. Indictments of James Comey and Letitia James, pursued by loyalist Lindsay Halligan despite DOJ resistance. MSNBC exclusives reveal prosecutors refusing to join, with Elizabeth Hughes defying James' charges. A 282 former DOJ official's letter decries a Nixon-level assault on independence. Trump's accidental truth social leak of an enemies list. Targeting Comey, Schiff, and James backfired, prejudicing cases. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, National Governors Association chair, slammed Trump's Chicago guard push. Oklahomans would lose their mind if Pritzker sent troops during Biden. A federal judge blocked it October 7th, criticizing equating protests with riots. Trump's Quantico speech, rambling threats to brass, drew fitness alarms, with Tom Nichols' warning of nuclear order doubts. As October 18th nears, the No Kings Coalition, united against Kings, faces smears as Soros-paid agitators. Organizers laugh it off. After moments of laughter, we'll see everyone on October 18th. From Chicago's streets to New York's crowds, Americans refuse silencing the descent of flower in the rifle barrel of power. With shutdown clocks ticking and midterms weeks away, the rallies test resilience. Will mockery and marches like Vietnam's force accountability? Trump's man-baby tactics, deepfakes, guard grabs, meet a nation rising, proving protest power endures.